everyone and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren. And on my channel, we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. You a list of the basic luxury items that I am very glad I didn't buy. I feel like these luxury items scream a basic white girl and I'm very careful not to be one, so these are not going to be for me. If you're curious to see what my picks are, then please keep on watching. So obviously these are items that I do not own in my collection, so I will be including pictures either here or here. And the first item is actually an item from Tiffany's. It's called the Return to Tiffany Heart Tag Toggle Bracelet, and it retails for $625 plus tax. Now, to be very frank with you, Tiffany's is never really a brand that has appealed to me in any way, shape, or form. This is an American brand that is not super famous or super popular elsewhere. It really screams basic white girl in the mind of any foreigner. For me, it's like, why would you spend that much money on something that looks kind of blah, like whatever. $625 is quite expensive for a bracelet, but the bracelet doesn't look very girly. It doesn't look very well researched, beautiful. The chain to me looks very thick, not feminine at all. Just kind of, you know, like, I don't know, like a dog color or like a cat color or something like that, but like not cute, not, you know, delicate, beautiful, not any of that. It looks kind of like massive. And then you do have the little heart pendant that's cute, but it's like very discreet. What you mostly see is this like big chain, and yeah, it doesn't look delicate or classy at all in my opinion. The price tag is off-putting. I feel like you're paying a ton of money just for the brand. So for me, this is never a brand that you're gonna see on my channel. I do not have any luxury jewelry from Tiffany's. I do not plan on having any. I know that a lot of American girls dream of having like a Tiffany, you know, engagement ring or a wedding band from them. For me, this is not an aspiration at all. To be quite frank, I would much rather have a bigger ring and, you know, having like a good quality diamond and everything else, but instead the ring coming from a different brand than coming from Tiffany's. It's not like aspirational at all in my mind and kind of screams basic white girl. Next up, we actually have an item that I do have, but please hear me out first. It's any kind of pair of Uggs. So I actually do have one pair of Uggs that I wear when I visit my family back in Canada. I feel like in the wintertime, it really is a necessity. Otherwise, my feet get so cold. First off, my feet tend to get cold first. So when it's like -20, -25 with like a wind chill of like -30, -35 Celsius, I really need these Uggs. I know that they don't look classy. I don't necessarily like the look of them at all. It's just that like I actually need them. But what I really feel like screams basic white girl is you see people that are wearing Uggs in climates that do not need them at all. So anything, even here in DC, I really don't feel like it's necessary to have Uggs. It doesn't get that cold that you would need them, and I'm like cold first. I'm always cold. I'm always like, you know, the little girl that's like freezing, but I really don't need them here. And so when I see people that, you know, live in like Florida, that live like, I don't know, in Georgia, South Carolina, like all of those places, I'm like, huh? Like, this really seems like you have them to wear them because they're a thing, they're a brand, but then it's not a necessity and it's just not classy. I mean, even in Canada, it's not classy, but it's just like with like piles of snow and with like the super cold temperatures, they are a necessity. So I kind of, you know, forget that they are not girly, that they are not like elegant, and I need them. But I don't understand people that wear them here. For me, this really screams basic white girls. It's usually paired with like a pair of like Lululemon leggings, which is just not classy. So yeah, just that pairing for me is a really no-go. Especially here in warmer climates. I don't get it. I get that they're comfortable, but you don't need them. You only need them if you live like, I don't know, let's say like New York and above, New York and north of that, then you probably need them. Or like, you know, Michigan, like these like super cold climates, yes. But anything, you know, south of New York, I'm like, what? No thanks. The next thing on my list is going to be a Lululemon belt bag. And here the starting point I think is like $38, and it kind of moves up from there depending on the fabric, depending on the size that you get. I am so sick of seeing this bag everywhere. First of all, like the bum/belt bag, I am not a fan of. LV had a very popular model of it like maybe last year or the year before, and I was already like, oof, this is ugly. It is not girly at all. You just look like a dude wearing this. But now, like the Lululemon version is like even worse. I don't understand why. I mean, I get that it's practical because you have it like around here. I like the crossbody option, but I mean, you have plenty of options in terms of like crossbody bags. Even for me, it is possible to find a crossbody bag. And I'm like so tall, I'm like 5'11" or 180 centimeters, that finding crossbody bags can sometimes be tricky because the strap needs to be adjustable. If it isn't, then likely it's not gonna fit me well, and the bag will rest like, I don't know, like under my boob or something. But if you're like a normal height, like, you know, anything below like 5'7", then it's gonna work. So I don't understand the need for this like belt bag thing. It's just not girly, not elegant, not delicate, not classy. It just makes you look like a dude, like a lumberjack. Like, I don't really get this. I really do not. I would never, under any circumstance, wear this bag. And every time that I see it, it just like frustrates me. I can't do this. It's so annoying and it's so ugly. And everywhere I walk, people seem to have it. Even now, like I went to visit my family in Canada for the holidays, and I was looking around me and everybody seemed to have this bag. I was like, what? This is just not normal. When I'm at school, I see plenty of moms have this bag. When I'm like out and about, you know, running errands, I see plenty of people walking with this bag. And yeah, it's just really something that I don't get, and I cannot get behind this trend. For me, really, it screams basic white girl. Next up, we have a Cartier Love Bracelet in yellow gold in the regular model, the regular size without the diamonds. And it retails for $7,350 plus tax. Now here's the thing, I do have a Cartier Love Bracelet. The one that I have is in white gold and it features 4 diamonds, so I love it. I love this bracelet. I wear it every day, obviously. I would never like remove it. I don't regret it. I absolutely love this piece. But I feel like so many people have the yellow gold version without the diamonds in either the regular size or the thin size, that it now has become this like commonplace basic white girl thing that is, you know, absolutely everywhere. I feel like you can't walk like, I don't know, a kilometer in DC without seeing people like out with this. And for me, I do love the model, and obviously I love the brand. I have plenty of items from them, but it has become a little bit too visited, you know what I mean? It isn't original anymore. I understand if you have this with other jewelry, but even then I'm like, you couldn't have found something else. I don't know. I feel like VCA, for example, has like a bangle. There are some beautiful bangles, like even the Love Bracelet models, if you get it with the diamonds, or you know, if you want to get something without diamonds, then I would go towards like a Justin Clou, for example. So same price tag, but just a little bit more different, edgier, a little bit less bland. I am not a fan of this. This is actually something that my mom has. My mom has the yellow gold version without the diamonds, and I'm just like, not a fan. I mean, it's not ugly, absolutely not. Obviously, it's beautiful, and you know, the brand is like amazing quality, but I'm like, For me, for the price tag, I would prefer something else than something that I see absolutely everywhere. I like the look of it, but the fact that so many other people have it and wear it constantly around me kind of makes me not as enthusiastic about it. So this is kind of one of the things where I'm like, it's so commonplace that it really has depreciated the item in my opinion. So for me, it still kind of screams basic white girl, unfortunately. And lastly, the last item on my list is an item that I once had actually, which is very weird. It's the Louis Vuitton Neverfull and it retails for $2,030 plus tax. So I once was a basic white girl, no need to hide it. I need to be frank with myself and with you. I once had this bag and I was once a basic white girl. So this actually used to be my purse for undergrad. When I went to university and college, in California, I had this bag as my school bag, as kind of like my everyday bag. To be frank, it's very practical. It fits a laptop, fits a lot of different books, fits like a water bottle, you know, all that good stuff. It's a tote bag. The format is quite nice. I had the size MM and I felt like the size was perfect. I didn't need the GM. So I like the practicality, definitely. But again, it is so commonplace that like everybody has this, that for me it's like, ugh, it really has become off-putting. I feel like there are so many nice tote bags. There's like Goyard, there are some nice Yves Saint Laurent ones that are very discreet, like with minimal logos, that I really love. I have the Yves Saint Laurent East-West tote, for example, in black. You can't even see the logo. It's really nice, the quality is gorgeous. And then a Goyard is like kind of, you know, it's not like everywhere yet. It is starting now to become everywhere, but it's not definitely as much as LV, so I like this better. I feel like the problem with LV is a lot of people who have this kind of like white, you know, basic like white girl vibe have started to wear it. So you often see like the LV Neverfull paired with like a pair of Hunter rain boots. Absolute no-no. North Face jacket, like the North Face rain jacket, again, another no, like Lululemon leggings, you know, like that whole combination. And so now I'm just like, this really isn't good for the brand. I like the practicality of the bag. I like the monogram on other items, but really not on that bag. I would never get this bag. Again, I had it for 3 years and I sold it. I actually didn't like the patina. I found that out the hard way. I hadn't really thought about it. This actually was my first designer bag. So I kind of got it because it was an icon from the brand. I love the fact that it was, you know, the brand's emblem and super iconic, and I hadn't done a lot of research, and so I ended up having to resell it after 3 years because the patina was so bad on the bag that it looked old as hell. So for me, I was, you know, then I didn't really see the point of having like a designer bag because it really looked old. So I would prefer to have like a normal, like $100, $200 bag that looked, you know, in good shape, that looked new. So I sold it for quite a good price, so I didn't lose, you know, a lot of money. I was happy with that, but I wouldn't get this bag again. Now it has become so commonplace. Everybody seems to have this bag, especially people who have this kind of like white girl, basic white girl aspect to themselves. So big no. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I wanted to say, if you do have any of these items, please don't feel like I targeted you. I actually had and still have 2 of these items. So, you know, I'm aware that I don't have the perfect wardrobe and that I also sometimes have some things that can seem a little bit basic white girl. I try not to, but sometimes it is hard because of options, because of, you know, what is perceived in different parts of the country and different parts of the world as well. So please don't feel like I targeted you, because that is not the goal of this video at all. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.